Hi guys, you are watching Health Focus with Amy, a platform where we talk about healthcare, activities, all careers and all equipment regarding your health. Welcome. Hi guys, welcome back to Health Focus with Amy. This is a platform I keep on telling you we learn, we engage, we get to know various professionals in healthcare. What do they do, what exactly they did in school, or how exactly you do everything you do in it when you are there. And we are lucky today to have a very good friend of mine. He's done something, I won't tell you, he'll disclose it. And yes, karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Please tell the viewers, what's your name?
I'm called Dr. Ezra Mitei Kipto.
Kipto.
Yes.
Kipto, where did you go to school? And in your formative years up to the level we get to say that now you are in medical school?
Well, maybe I'll start with my hometown. I come from Kericho County. Yeah, and I studied my primary level in Kericho Primary School. Yeah, those days where you used to do 1 to class 8, which is a different system nowadays, I'm told. For my high school, I went to Chemelil Sugar Academy. It's the size of Nyanza. Yeah, and then I ended up in the University of Nairobi. Doing my bachelor in medicine and surgery.
Okay. Before you decided to go do medicine, did you know anything about medicine, or how did you find yourself there?
Well, not really. I'd say there's a lot of input from my parents, especially my dad. My dad is a teacher, but in his life stories, he really wanted at some point to study medicine and be a doctor. Yeah, and as we grew up, he used to mention some of the difficulties and the sacrifices he had to go through so that he could try and be where he wanted to be. But now he had to make a lot of changes just to follow a certain path of which he wanted to be a doctor. But now I'm here listening to Dad and getting, seems like something that Dad really wanted to do. And that cultivated something in me. And currently passionate about it. I don't regret.
Is there anybody in your family, nuclear extended, who is a doctor?
Not really. Maybe a doctor of reading. Yeah.
So apart from what your dad was telling you about medicine, did you have an idea on what medicine was all about?
Not really. Until when I went into high school, that's when you get a bit exposed about the avenues around in terms of jobs, and you get better exposure when you get into high school. And then we used to have a lot of mentors who would guide you. And well, I was good at sciences, so hear that your teacher tells you, you should do this, you should do this. So it's part of, it's a gradual process.
But your father began, the teachers molded, then you worked hard.
Yeah, and then the path came.
You get an admission to the University of Nairobi. And how was the experience the first few days in the university?
Well, I come from Kericho, so coming to Nairobi, it was like going to a foreign land, because I had never been to Nairobi. So that was a strange. And then at this point, I'm the firstborn. You're being let go to.
No, wait.
Yes.
You had never been to Nairobi from primary.
From Kericho, yes.
Kericho.
I mean, Kericho is more of a rural setup,
and it's far anyway.
And it's far, yeah. So you're being told that there's a place called Nairobi, and it was a foreign land to me. And med school is a tough place to be. It's not easy. It's not as people say, just go do med school, be a doctor. Yeah, it really molds you and humbles you a lot.
Let's describe the first few months, like 6 months in med school.
6 months in med school. So I'm there struggling to get my admission in paperworks, And the craziest bit I would say was dissection, where you get to really do your surgery on dead bodies. Not easy. It's something that is not normal.
Well, for the purposes of those people
yes.
who really don't know anything medical, they think becoming a doctor is you go work hard on books, you read anatomy, you read. So you've reported to medical school, you're told now it's an anatomy class, then you get onto that class.
Yes.
How was your experience?
It's traumatic at first sight, because you get into a room where you see almost like 10 to 15 bodies on the table. They're divided into groups of about 6, 7, guided by somebody. And practically you don't know how to take it in as a start.
Does somebody prepare you to this?
Well, it's a shocker for most of us. We get to hear that you get to deal with bodies and stuff, but psychologically, I don't think I got that chance to be prepared.
Ready.
Yeah, and but you get the grip of it and move on.
Now you have a cadaver. Let's not say a body or a patient.
A cadaver.
You have a cadaver in front of you, and that is a class of how long?
In terms of the duration,
hours.
The hours. I mean, I would say there's a lot of hours taken into dissection, because I would say in a week would, if I can remember right, it's a long time ago. In a week would do like 3 to 4 times a session of a whole day. I mean, a whole day session.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you go in the morning. Maybe you start with your morning classes, of course, and then straight to dissection. Then some days you'd come out of dissection at around 9, 10 at night. At the same time, you need to go and read around that. Tomorrow you need to go and read about the next day's dissection. Yeah. So it's a lot, and some weekends also we used to do some dissection. So yeah, just to cover up or to meet the number of dissections you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So at the end of the day, the moment you leave that class, it changes your perspective on health issues. Like it changes your perspective on a human body.
Yes. You get to really understand how a body is first and how it works. Yeah. Because it's different from a person who just sees you as a person just walking in. Here is a doctor, a surgeon who really gets to know the structures in your body, how they function, how delicate it can be to change from being alive to
being a body.
And all the structures that happen, or the functions of the body. It's amazing. Yeah.
And where were you at internship?
I did my internship in Kisii level 5, then now level 6. Now that is another another season in your life. I mean, it's like you're thrown also to another whole ocean again, yeah, where you don't know, you've been told now you can go and practice or just learn under someone, yeah. And you get into a facility where you're expected to do a lot. You're from studying and learning how to do things. Now you're here handling a patient. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and mental strength, because now you're dealing with real-time issues. Yeah. So I remember getting into internship in Kisii level 5 then, and your first rotation, you get your introduction, and the way it used to do was you have a medical officer, because now you're an intern.
Yes.
So there's somebody who's given to you so that you're guided through. Yeah, so yeah, into the first surge. I remember I was doing my obs and gyne rotation, and first thing you're told, go to theater. Go to theater. You are, that's the thing. You just panic about CS. Come and assist. That's the first case you're told. The second, the medical officer is assisting you. The third, the medical officer is just seated somewhere. You are doing it. Then by your fifth case, you're being told, if there's any case, just do it. Tell me. So there's that.
Winning off?
Yeah, you winning off of us suddenly, and you really need to get that courage and strength and learn as quickly as possible, so that you're hands-on as soon as possible. Yeah.
Are there people who give up on medicine in internship level?
Well, internship level, personally, I don't think I've heard of such, but I have friends who have decided to go different path apart from the practicing itself. Maybe it's not what they really wanted, or it's their parents wanted them to do.
Sure, I was coming to that point of...
or they just get a different calling in the medical field, but away from theater and that life. Yeah.
Sure. I was going to that area of you found yourself in medicine because your dad really desired you to be a doctor.
Yeah.
And you are in this medicine. At the end of the day, you realized this is where I was called to be. At the end of the day. Yeah. So you finished your internship after 1 year. What if somebody is going on to internship right now? What challenges will you tell them they are likely to face?
Well, scenarios has really changed from those days and now currently where we...
How many years are we talking about? You're saying those days?
I did my internship in 2012, yeah, that's a long time ago. 2012, yeah, and with devolution and everything, things have changed where now you have many doctors who guide you immediately from school to internship. And yeah, those days they used to look for doctors. I mean, it was scarce. Nowadays you're many, so I think you get this the group mentality where you go as a number, you're many, you're guided well. Yeah, so it's not a straightforward road, but you get to learn most of these things gradually. Yeah, in internship.
So after internship, were you being posted?
Then, because doctors were fewer in terms of numbers, yes, we were immediately posted to PC level 5. I think we were around 13 of us at the same time.
And all of you were...
All of us were taken in, yeah, and yeah, I stayed there for about a year. Then I decided to go into more private practice, where I got a job at Avenue Kisumu.
What caused you to abandon government to go for private practice?
Well, to say the truth, yeah. Now, at that time, we had a lot of control by how would I say? One, salaries used to really delay a lot in terms, and then the packages. Then, if you compare with the private sector, it was at least slightly higher. And yeah, I just felt like now I just need to make that step to another ground to just experience how people are. Yeah. And yeah,
the environment. Yeah, sometimes when you lack equipment to use,
you just want to go and get a different exposure.
Okay, all right. You worked in Kisumu for how long?
About 6 months. Then I got my admission to do my master's in orthopedic. Yes.
When did you decide you were doing orthopedic? When did you apply?
Yeah. So the interest came more when I was at KC. 5 then. We used to have a lot of trauma patients. I mean, the motorcycles are so many, and then at that time we used to have a visiting consultant who's a surgeon who would pile up cases for about a week or two, and then come and do all the cases and then go. Yeah.
These are trauma cases being piled?
Yeah, it used to be, I mean, yeah, piled up a bit.
Because
there were fewer orthopedic surgeons then. Yeah.
Wow.
So that created that interest in me that
like you could
these
do
guys
business.
Well, apart from business, but it could really help. Because
really
you could
help.
have guys sitting there for about a week and then...
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then they could come do that surgery and not finish all the piled patients, carry them forward too.
It used to be a bit, yeah.
Wow.
It's hard, yeah.
So at that time when you were in KC level 5, that 1 year, that's the time you applied for orthopedic surgery?
Not really. It came by the way when I was in Kisumu. I had left KC, doing my just a resident medical officer at Avenue Kisumu main branch, and then initially I wanted to do obs and gyne. But yeah, I know it's confusing a lot.
So why and when did you change?
Now, getting a chance then to do obs and gyne was really hard because we had many people who are applying for this obs and gyne, especially in UON. Yeah, so you apply once, and because I did that during my internship, and it was really hard. You were told that there are like 100 people who are waiting in line to get a chance. And then when I'm in Kisumu, I get this info online about COSEXA program. COSEXA is a college of surgeons for East Central and Southern Africa, where they train surgeons in a specific country. It's more of a sponsorship. So they train surgeons for a specific country so that they basically work in that country. Yeah. So yeah, I got to apply it online and I got it. Chance.
Before I talk about COSEXA, just a small stint. When you were at KC, there were so many patients for surgery that were being piled, but there were not so many patients for gyna that were being piled because gynas have been many from the time back. Why could you want to do that gyna in your...
Obs gyna was so rewarding at that time. I did my rotation there, and there's that satisfaction that comes when you see a mother deliver or do a cesarean, and the joy that came with it, that was just too good. So, yeah,
that's how the urge.
That's the urge. I knew either obs and gyne was the way at that time. Yeah, because there's that thing that it creates in you, satisfaction, and you see the joy that the mother gets. Yeah. All
right. For the people who will want to know about COSEXA, is it an online fully application? Do you apply it when you have finished your internship or after internship? Do you have to have worked in some number of years? And does it train the entire country? How does it go about?
You must have finished your internship, and then there are various centers that offer COSEXA program in Kenya.
They're selected centers.
They're selected centers that have been accredited.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, and to mention about a few: Kikuyu Hospital, Kijabe, Tenwek. We have Kiambu. Currently, we have Coast General. Yeah, so they've been increasing in number. Yeah.
Oh, it began from the mission field.
Yes, more
then
of
it's
a mission,
going to
and it's
the
more.
government.
It's increasing in number of centers are usually actually increasing. COSEXA also offers, apart from orthopedics, we have general surgery itself. Kijabe started also in anesthesia. There's a plastic surgery also.
Wow.
Yeah, so there are a variety of
disciplines in surgery. So now, if today you are told that you've been appointed to Afya House, what is it pressing to your life you like addressed in health sector?
So far, the government is trying, I would say. But there are particular issues that I think it's been on the social media and domain that the doctors that needs to be addressed, and this is one of the one very common thing is the terms of service that needs to be improved a lot. The other thing is there are many of my colleagues who are out here who would want to also specialize and given a chance and support. And most of these courses are not cheap. Yeah. So if we could get a chance where the government can consistently sponsor and train, and also the other thing is to upgrade most of these hospitals and provide facilities and resources that can now promote more of this training in different facilities. Yeah, I think this would be a big step.
Wow, so you will put more effort in trying to see staff training, capacity building, and infrastructure is improved to support this training. Thank you so very much, Dr. Mitei. This is my friend, Dr. Mitei. If you want to see him, if you want to be seen by Dr. Mitei, kindly comment down below. If there's anything you want to know about orthopedic, the next topic we are going to address, something special, something good, please tag along, subscribe, like, share, and let's keep learning. Thank you, and God bless you.